I did it. Thank you so much, sweetie. Yay, that worked out great. Love it. And I can shuffle the cards while I'm waiting for folks to show up in circle today in our gorgeous, glorious Worldwide Coven community. Oh my goodness, I love us. Dear hearts, so much fun. Good. Oh my goodness. Sweetie, I have to tell you something special. Edgar's here. My love, come here. I have something special to show you. Edgar, hi. Can you hear me? Look who I have with me today.
Hello, Edgar.
My sweetie's here. Because, sweetheart, we were meant to be flying to Costa Rica precisely 10 minutes ago. And so we have like actual human tears. It's really tough today for us because on the way to the airport, we already had my sweeties got travel restrictions through their work. And so they were driving me. I was going to take our big anniversary retreat with Luna Nate and Holly Simple that you know on Instagram. Luna Nate is so amazing over here on YouTube as well. And Holly Simple is on Instagram, Holly Simple Tarot. We're creating a retreat Craft Inc. And it was our big 20-year celebration together because we've been together for 20 years. And he is not able to attend, and I was going to go by myself, and we had a flurry of emails on the way to LAX right now that just with the deterioration of, you know, what's happening with folks' health globally and many other factors that have everything to do with keeping us healthy. We had to turn around. We literally pulled off the freeway at like Long Beach Airport. So it's a tough time. So he's going to collect the kids while I do my live stream. And I just wanted to show you the man behind the curtain. And if everybody watched my last vlog, you got a chance to listen to the beautiful artwork through the music that my sweetie created in my last vlog. So I will put it in the description of this video. You can listen to the beautiful work that they created when I described that I needed the sound of air. I was able to fill out one of those fun Instagram little things like describe your witchcraft in just gifts. And so I put that my favorite element was air. So he was creating sound of air for me because this broadcast and this channel is received through the element of air. And I'm a Libra sun and I'm a Gemini moon. And so that air and broadcasting and the magic of human beings beaming magic and messages from satellites straight into our open ears and eyes and listening to the words through open lips that feed my open lips and my heart. I just find air fabulous. Anyways, off they go to collect one of our kids. We're kind of on little, like, I don't know, semi-lockdown in the world right now. So I'm utterly grateful for the element of air because we're able to be together. This is a unique broadcast today because all of us globally, upon this drop of water, are sharing the exact same experience at the exact same time, whether we're asleep or awake, no matter what our experience is or our beliefs. We're having the same experience at the same time. So for me, dreams are coming true because if you're in this space, you know that I will not stop until my gargantuan spell is made manifest, where we are co-creating a world together where all are sheltered and fed and have agency within their experience. So we are uniquely beginning that experience through the tender challenge of all having the exact same concern at the exact same time with the coronavirus. So we are casting our spells for hope today. We have our divine and delicious MoonTarot will go through for all signs of the zodiac. And you know, One of the major things that binds us is a candle that I burned for the collective. And today I will keep that at one candle because I normally have two candles, one for the collective and one for my subscribers. I have so much hope for everything that's happening in life right now, even though I have so many fears and so many challenges within that today I burn a singular candle because I hope that everybody in the world will be my subscriber someday, because I have so much hope that my dreams and the validity of my gargantuan spell will be made manifest miraculously now. So let us begin like we always begin, by striking a wooden match and lighting this candle to alert our spirit guides that we're here, we're open, we're listening, and we're ready to receive the messages that are meant for us. I actually snuff this flame with intention so the smoke shall reach you, giving you extra sight and inner knowing. Honey loves, I'm going to jump straight into consecrating our session as well with my atmosphere mist. And then I'm going to take a peek over that very active, kind chat to see who's reaching us today and where in the wild world you are. I was just a little bit late today, but right on time, because what was going to happen is I was going to pop this broadcast in with the very healthy, fabulous Wi-Fi at Los Angeles International Airport. And we were on schedule for that before we were thwarted. I actually was vlogging the whole thing for me. So I have collected and captured a lot of images and moving images of my experience today with leaving town, suddenly not leaving town with my sweetheart to celebrate our 20 years together, and then suddenly not even going by myself anymore. So we need protection. This is my atmosphere mist in resist mist. There's a black lava bead within to celebrate the freshest earth on earth, because we continue to expand, because we're alive, because there's always hope. So please rest very deeply in the seat of hope now as we shake well to sound the bell which activates our spell. And thank you for being here. We create a gossamer halo overhead. Breathe deeply in through our nose, drop our shoulders, and say, Ma. Lovely. It just never gets old. And sweet loves, we have our moon magic now, which is in this yummy kind of, I don't know, we always call these matte bottles a murdered finish, murdered black. Do you have that? We have a huge car culture here in California, and this is a really special finish that really beautiful, creative cars have. This finish is called murdered when you see this finish on a special car. This has a quartz crystal bead within, and moon magic is for manifestation. And oh, are we ever manifesting now? We're manifesting our health and wellness. And this is a very seriously antiviral, antifungal mist. There's the medieval mix of rosemary and thyme. There's also lots of grapefruit and clove in moon magic. And I continue to shake well to sound the bell, which activates our spell. And then we'll create this gossamer halo overhead, breathing deeply in through our nose. And release those fears through your open lips, even louder. Say, Ma. Wonderful. You did so well. It's good to smile, isn't it? And we end with aura. Aura has a tiger eye bead within this gorgeous ombre bottle. And we continue. This is an invocation brew. This brew is for invoking spirit guides and earthly lovers. And now more than ever, the delicacy of how much we need the stress relief of flesh contact means that we have to give ourselves that flesh contact. So be your consort and give yourself the pleasures of your touch. Thank you, Aura, for those poetic words to just say, please all have ecstatic ecstasy, ecstatic touch with yourself. Oh, Jillian calls this, Lunanate calls this a satisfying cap. For those of you that like ASMR, I'm putting that close to my pretty Yeti mic so you can hear that satisfying cap. Gossamer halo overhead. Breathe deeply in through your nose. Invoking ecstasy, invoking pleasure, invoking the birthright of your magic. Relax your shoulders and say, Ma. Lovely. My loves, let's take a moment now and just give ourselves that flesh pleasure. If you have a body with the exquisite pleasures and honor and privilege of movement, touch yourself now in ways that you find satisfying. When I was a kid, we had so little. We had so little. And the core of my witch's brew comes from my mother's utter reverence for simplicity. We, after dinner, and for 11 of us, we were not a vegetarian family, so content warning about speaking about non-vegetarian food. We would have one roasted chicken once a week that would be split 11 ways. And then we would have a lovely homemade tea after dinner. And we would rub each other's feet and wash our hands. And then my mom would stroke my forehead because I just needed that extra touch. So utter simplicity is so important. So my choice is to stroke my forehead right now. And the way my mom did it was this fabulous rolling motion where she would begin at the bridge of the nose and roll up. So take a moment and take my mama's advice and just do a nice rolling forehead stroke right now. Oh, that feels lovely. I'm going to take a second and say hello very personally to all of you that are with us in our chat today. I know that so many folks are probably working from home if you're working, or have kind of sequestered yourself to the coziness of your bed. I do so love it when you tuck into bed and hang out with me here in my gorgeous, glorious worldwide kindness coven. I've started calling this a kindness coven after Ilva's fabulous full moon blessing of their ritual from Monday, the kindness moon ritual we enacted, and it was wonderful, so special. I'm taking a quick peek because I love how all you all give one another so much kind. Look at all these beautiful emojis. Edgar, if you're still here, I love you so much. Mwah. Edgar kicked off our wonderful year of full moons together through a hydromancy spell. I say smell because I'm so, all the intricacy of the tubes behind the mask of our face are in such utter awareness right now, aren't they? So yes, your hydromancy spell was utterly divine. I can't tell you how many tears I've shed this year. I've cried more this year than I've ever cried in my life. We've experienced really big joys and really intense pains. And we're getting through it, and we're in the flow of our feelings. So thank you, Edgar, for creating that foundational work that we're drawing from still in this kindness coven. Hi, Simon. Hi, MJ. Thank you for giving one another so much love. Thank you, MJ, for the confirmation that you can hear me, honey. Yes. Hi, Sophia. Thank you. Hi, Teresa. Lovely to see you. Hi, Kel. It's good to see you, Raquel. Okay, sweethearts. Sophia. Yes. Happy Friday to all of you. Yes. So, Dina's here. I love seeing you. Thank you so much. Belly breaths and virtual hugs for all. That means so much to us, Dina. And I always love connecting with Dina. We are across the land from one another. I think, Dina, you said you're in the Hudson Valley of New York, and here I am in Orange County, California. So it's great to see you. Yes, Edgar's saying so many of us have been affected by this virus. Your heart is breaking hearing this. I know. It's been a day. I know I'm doing the right thing as well. So I'm really licking my wounds right now. Thank you for holding space for my broken heart and all of our broken hearts right now. I'm not the only one. I know everyone's making adjustments, and I find that just delicious and sensuous. All my senses are alerted because literally, when on earth have we ever had the exact same experience at the exact same time? There's not a person on the planet that isn't affected by this coronavirus COVID-19 moment that we're having. So there's a small way that I strangely worship this moment. Do you feel me? Okay, darling loves. Thank you. Thunder in Writing is here from QUK. It's so good to see you. Oh, honeys, yes, we do love our air, Edgar. Thank you so much for all your wisdom that shines through. Oh, you had a bird visit you. Well, I'll keep adding to my stories on Instagram today because I had a very loud crow that came to me while I was sharing to Jillian how much I will miss them. That's Luna Nate in Costa Rica because they were driving down to the space where the retreat was. And I captured a quick moving image, as is my way. And a crow spoke to me in the background, and I spoke back, which is also my way. Oh, Heather is here. It's good to see you. Hi, Abby Lynn. I don't know that I've seen you here before. I do hope that everyone's feeling well. And I know that there's a lot of shaming right now for folks that may have the illness. We're creating spaces now for those here in the space that may be in the throes of either being quarantined from COVID-19, or if maybe you actually have contracted the virus. I'm sending you all my love and magic. So thank you so much, Abby, for holding space for those that might not feel well. Heather is saying wild dreams on New Year's Eve, and in them, Mama Witch kept popping up, saying something along the lines of the importance of the element of air, or you need an element of air. Wow. Thank you, Heather. So, Heather, oh, wow. Good. Enjoy those chills. And I do want to say, before I finish greeting everyone personally, because it's important to me, and I see you down there, Bethany. Bethany, I think that you're with us. Is it possible that you're here from Alaska? All of us having this experience together, and all of us kind of knowing that we're in a space where I have named and claimed we, the original folks in this Worldwide Kindness Coven here on my channel. And I love the word channel. I'm loving everything about YouTube. We are floating stones. When you happen upon a fecund field, fecund, it means utterly fertile, of ground that hasn't had intentional food planting in it. That fecund field must first be greeted. We lift stones and create a border around that space to practice our magic with the land. The land has intellect. The seed has intellect. The farmer has intellect. And there's a glorious dance inside that gorgeous menage a trois. And so we are the floating stones that create this circle on my channel now as the original space holders and keepers of this circle. So I'm enjoying that those stones are floating in air, Heather, and I hope I'm giving you more chills. My intention is to constantly tell you what's happening with my intention. Do you understand that that's an intention inside an intention? My intention is to create some more ASMR spells. I absolutely love air. I love the quality of voice. I love using my voice. I love utilizing this space and this broadcast to reach you in beautiful, sensuous ways where there's sights and sounds of pleasure. And so I'm going to brew up an ASMR spell this weekend. Okay, cute hearts. I'm saying hello now to Helen. Thank you for being here. And thank you for being so kind to everyone. Helen, I've seen you here before. Hi, Teresa. Oh, you're manifesting health for everyone. That is so greatly appreciated. And I always want to say, Leluce King, thank you for your kindness. Oh, thank you, Teresa. Celeblin, hello. And thank you for being here. Oh, Edgar says, this is a huge blessing. Your body feels so different after being here with you. Thank you, Edgar. Thank you so much. Kel, is it okay if I call you Kel, Raquel? You're sipping your brew, cuddled on the couch. I will be introducing my brew. Toot sweet. Do you ever say toot sweet for really quick? It's very fast, or right now in French. My mom, where our family has some French Canadian background, we are I have to state it. I have to be myself. I come from a line of colonizing white folks. So we worked our way from Europe across oceans. And we actually have someone in my family that penned a book that dates us back to the tall ships that they colonized the Americas from Canada down to the United States. So we have little French things that come up. I love to say merci beaucoup. And 2 weeks ago, we worked with the fabulous herb called cinquefoil, and that's the 5-finger or hand of Mary, this herb is called. And cinq comes from un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq. Cinq is 5 in French. So I want to tell you about this brew that I'm sipping, toot sweet, very quickly. So thank you for reminding me of that, Raquel. Okay, sweethearts. Bethany, you're here. Hello, everyone. You hope everyone is staying safe and healthy. You have to go. I love you. Much love from Alaska. I thought you were here from Alaska. Bethany, you know that this broadcast will be here from you. Feel most welcome to put the phone down and leave it running. You can come and go. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying I hold space for you taking care of yourself the way you need to, always, in all ways. All right, Ugly Melon, thank you for giving folks love. Yes. Okay, sweethearts. Hi, Elise. It's good to see you. Hi, Jen. It's good to see you back again. Oh, I love you so much. And thank you for the mushroom. I need that, my love. All right, sweetie. Hi, Effie. It's good to see you. I'm glad I'm seeing you in that chat so I can tell you hello and everyone can greet you specially. Okay, yes. And Karina is saying, hello, lovely. You joined the Kindness Coven after the Lunanate sent you here. Thank you so much. You both are such beautiful souls. Thank you so much. Love, health, abundance to everyone. Thank you. Hello. That means a lot to me, Karina. I count Jillian as a very precious friend, and they've been so divine through this whole experience as our global communication has been crackling and buzzing. And the health and wellness within our worldwide global sort of world has deteriorated. We've stayed in very close contact, and I'm so grateful for them. You have no idea. So Thunder in Writing, you're saying you're preparing your brew of rose and lavender and chamomile. How fabulous. I've got a light here that fills in for the broadcast, and it keeps coming on and off, and I find that very magical. So I'm already receiving messages from that sensuous, I want to say, femme side of me, the left side of me that receives. It's constant blinking. So when you see this light illuminate on this left side of my body, it's this light coming and going. It's never happened once. So I believe in magic, and I know that's a special message. All right, sweetheart. Yay, Fettle Witch is here. Hi, Izzy. It's good to see you here on Friday the 13th. I know we've got a wonderful Friday the 13th brew. Darling loves, this is a brew that will take me through the weekend. And it is a brew of 13 cardamom pods for the 13 moons of 2020. It's 3 very healthy shakes of cayenne pepper, and it's local honey. It's a really simple ménage à trois brew. And I'm going to drink to your health. We say in French, à votre santé, to your health. A lovely, lovely brew. Okay, cuties. My sweetheart made that for me because I was, kind of huffing around, worried about today. But here we are. We're together. I need to start with a very special poem for you today. And this comes from the extremely magical and divine Emily Dickinson. I give you hope. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. So, my darlings, hope is here for us. And having hope is free magic. Having hope is essential free magic. And it asks nothing of you back. Oh, the beauty of poetry. Cuties, we have just began the broadcast in the last few broadcasts with calling in the 4 corners, and I find it so utterly important and magical. I will be doing that now. I have some lovely words to share with you, and I believe that our spell for hope today is going to happen in a way that no one could ever dream, and we will co-create this spell together. All right, so that was just a little teaser to stay tuned for the hope spell that happens after MoonTarot. I almost brought on the broadcast today my sweet little prototype MoonTarot deck that I'm creating right now, but truly, there has been such a whirlwind in our global scenario of oneness. The reason why we have a single candle today, our global oneness. And I just didn't have time quite to get that prototype zhuzhed up enough for us. So we will continue to use the wonderful Maria Di Stefano's Circle of Life Tarot. I love this because there's sort of fey creatures that are less gendered and less shapeful. They're less a harmful deck. Decks can be so harmful. So we'll get to our MoonTarot as soon as we call in our corners. I would like everyone to get comfy, okay? Let's be together for a moment and center ourselves. And if your body has the privilege of movement, create your body weight at 50-50 while we call in these corners so energy can move through our body freely. We will begin by calling in the guardians of the watchtowers of the north, earth, the element of our home, the righteous life that we live, the life force in our bones, the information in the marrow. Connect with the marrow now. Believe in the strength of your marrow and enliven the hope in your home. Guardians of the watchtowers of the north, earth, say it with me. Be here now. This is a little Himalayan salt tea light holder, my loves. I just wanted to let you know that that's utterly earthy. And let us cleanse the feed. All right, my loves. That was lovely. Now we turn ourselves to the east, air, the hope of our in-breath, the lungs of our life, the tree shapes inside of the lungs that tell us, feed me, breathe into the space now. Hold your lungs if your body can move. Focus on your lungs with your in-breath. Listen to the sound of the air as it enters your nose. Release through your open lips, say ma. And smile at the sounds your divine, glorious form makes as the air enters. I'm hoping this nose of mine, this unforgettable nose of mine whistles for us now. Ah, lovely. Air, you are poetry and music. You're the dawn of new ideas. You're the new day. The hope is in the breath. Thank you for allowing us to exhale our fears, for the trees crave our fears in our exhale. Guardians of the watchtowers of the east, air, be here now. So many fabulous tree communications and images are spreading through my form now. I send special love to Costa Rica right now. I am bound to that space now. I've never been there, and I was meant to go there now. I was meant to be flying there directly on Alaska Air now. And I send Magick love through the air to Costa Rica for their jungle, the way that they feed our lungs on the planet with their fecund jungle. Thank you, Costa Rica. I love you, and I'll be there someday. Rain check, Costa Rica. Now we turn to the south. Fire. Passion. Blood magic. Life force. Serpent energy. Sexual energy. Utilized and unutilized. Sensuous love. Sensuous harmony. Flesh pleasure. Guardians of the watchtowers of the south, fire. Fire, be here now. Thank you for holding space for my embodiment of fire. I believe that the fire will save us now. Fire up those soups and those witches' brews, honey loves. Promise me now, moon babies, you fire it up and keep yourself warm and toasty, okay? We turn now to the west. Water. Oh, water is life. Water is this body. And water is carrying the information that bound us all together. Have we ever heard the word droplet used in a more triggering way than this week? I reclaim the word droplet in my sweetness of my lips, in the magic of my brew, in my gorgeous, glorious kisses, in my tears, and in my laughter as droplets of joy burst from my sweet rosebud lips. I reclaim the word droplet as a non-triggering, happy word. For droplets have bound us together. We're bound together. Guess what? It went viral. We now have a virus that binds us all together. There's not a single being on earth that isn't bound in this moment within the droplets of the viral information that blazed around our magic droplet in space called Earth. What a download. Guardians of the watchtowers of the west, water, be here now. Like you already aren't. Oh my goodness, this is a very overflowing candle. I dressed it specially. It lit beautifully. That's wonderful. I just didn't know if I was going to have the nerve to use this today. Every once in a while, I have moments of being concerned about perfection here. I would like to create a smooth broadcast for you, for your pleasure. There's enough stress in the world without watching me fumble and drop things. But isn't that a gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful flame? Oh, she did perfect for us. Thank you, water. I love you. Yay. Okay. Now we spiral into the center of our altar where spirit resides within. Within. For you are spirit and spirit is you. Oh, the grand, mysterious you. Wow. Be with that for a moment, that you are life. And everything you weave onto this fabulous, shared, grand web of life is real and important. We're weaving our hope now through the spirit of life onto our fabulous shared web of life and into the webbing, the weave, the commingled celestial fabric, which is the mystery of life. Guardians of the watchtowers of the center of this goddamn altar, be here now. Lovely. She's a beauty, isn't she? I thrifted this candle holder. We have a wonderful place here in Orange County called Savers. And what's fabulous about Savers is that it's a non-religious, non-dogmatic thrift scenario. So in other words, they create charitable contributions to the Epilepsy Foundation. And I love that because it's always really nice to fuck the patriarchy. So I'm really excited that it's a non-church related thrift store. I love going to Savers, and I thought I'd share my fuck the patriarchy moment with you all. Oh, sweethearts, we're beautiful, aren't we? And this is our altar. There she is on a very Mama Witch black platter. You know, I gotta be me. I always have platters, and I love this platter so much. And also, it's very much a witch's platter, isn't it? I'd love to serve you some magical cookies on that and a nice mushroom tea. I made a huge pot of soup last night. I'm adding mushrooms to it today. Let's all take a sip of our witch's brew, shall we? I'm not certain that I'll be taking my journey today with not going to Costa Rica by this much. I may turn it into a vlog because I must share with you what this channel is. It has to be real for me. So everything that's on this channel is a love letter to my children. Through the magic of the seed within their physical form, within their body, how I feed them, how they exist in the world will go on for generations and generations and generations. So my channel here is utterly uncasual. It's a love letter to my children. So I may be vlogging a lot more and not fancy. And I love the music that my sweetheart created for my channel, the air-based music that I adore. And I'm ready to jump right into MoonTarot. Oh my goodness, wow. Uncasual, that's who I am. We'll shuffle together. So our hope spell is coming after MoonTarot. I'm not certain how MoonTarot will look and what shape it will take. It's different every week, isn't it? Sometimes we whip through and it's 30 seconds per zodiac sign, and sometimes one of the signs gets 3 minutes. I don't know. It just does what it does because it's magic. All right, because it's spirit, because I choose and am honored to be the body for this work to find you. All right. So MoonTarot, cuties, is just before our spell for hope. And our spell for hope asks for you to be involved and for your wild tongue to speak. So as we go through our MoonTarot, please go into the bank of your memory. How lovely. You can fill that bank with riches. It's a memory bank. And I'd like you to go into the memory bank and please remember a moment where you had to have hope to thrive, as Edgar says. And thank you for thrive, Edgar. I love you so much. So think about a moment where you utilized the unending necessity of the hope spring. That's a well, it's a hope spring that flows and asks for nothing back. Hope is free magic. When did you have to utilize hope in your life to survive or thrive? And we will share that for our hope spell. So you can hang on to that right now. I bet you there's all kinds of stories here. So this is an official content warning. If you don't want the real talk of people using hope to stay alive, this ain't the broadcast for you, because we are going to tell our stories. That's why I named this broadcast today our spell for hope in all caps, because that free magic of hope, the magic of hope, like Emily Dickinson brilliantly said, asks for not a crumb back, is what is needed now. We must stay alive. We must put everything into it and know that we now have a singular moment of total and complete unity. And it's right now. Anything can happen, and magic is real. We've finally come together. I love it. All right, cute hearts. I'm going to toggle this down. Oh, I forgot to turn the ringer off on my device, didn't I? I apologize. I cannot tell you, this thing has been blowing up. I received 10 emails today of things that are canceled, rescheduled, postponed, shut down, closed. So it's shut off now. So we will hinge this down, because I love for you to witness the authenticity of my white round dining room table, of this white marble table that holds my black platter, because my loves, we are between worlds. And I will toggle this down just a tad more. I don't know if toggle is the correct word, but I used it anyways. So you can see me have 3 piles, and then we stack them back into one. I just love for you to see the authenticity. I'm going to consider this at the top of the deck, and then we bring them back up. Because we all have moments of feeling like naysayers and feeling like, is magic real? Is hope the right thing to bank on? We're talking about that abundance again with our memory bank and banking on hope. And so I do love to give special love to naysayers in this space. And the occasional hater that likes to slide in that needs mama's attention. I'm here for you too. I understand that you have some woundedness and space where challenges come in. And it might look like brattiness, and it might look like doubts. And I have space for that, and I have extra love for you. So here we go. We're going to begin with Aries, cute hearts. I must have an aggressive sip of my witch's brew. Did anybody see my very first vlog in witch's brew how to? It was the brew that I utilized for my wonderful full supermoon spell from Ilva Mara, and I read Zazuski. I've got their full name. I wish I said it with a better accent. But Ilva is the school for traditional magic on Instagram, and I love them. And back before we were afraid of droplets, I got to hug and hold them at the Witches Confluence in San Francisco last year. And it was one of the great joys of October for me. So I love you, Ilva, if you're here. And thank you for your absolutely stunning ritual for the kindness moon. Oh, that was so great. And then I loved that brew so much that I finally created the vlog afterwards that I put on the channel, and I hope you liked it. So Aries, my babes, here we go. Oh, you've got a reversed 9 of Wands. If memory serves it, I'll look back. Did you have the 9 of Wands last time, or was that Pisces? We either started or stopped our MoonTarot session with the 9 of Wands. This is fully reversed. Your 9 of Wands is fully reversed. I know you're trying to squeeze in last minute things before you're quarantined, but you can't. Sit down and fire it up. You must care for yourself better. Light a candle, sit before it, and relax. My daughter is so hilarious. She does this thing where she hugs me on the side. If we've ever hung out, I think Edgar, you saw that at Desert Day. She hugs me from the side really too hard, so it squeezes my body together. And then she says, relax, relax. So this is a relax card, Aries, you 9 of Wands. Sit down, create a witch's brew, and relax. Thank you so much. I believe that my sweetheart Boone is here, and I will bring them into the broadcast really quick because they were so kind to be with us last Friday. And I would love to see Boone. Honey love, hi. Here's my Boone. And thank you everyone for sending I scratched his face when I was hugging him. I apologize. We hurt the ones we love.
It's okay.
Boone is with us, and everybody has sent tons of love in this gorgeous kindness coven for the loss that Boone has experienced from someone that they admire very much. And all of us are surrounding Boone in love and protection now and always. And thank you for your well wishes for Boone. You want to look
thank
at
you.
Edgar? Edgar's here, sweetheart.
Oh,
you
hi, Edgar.
Hi,
hi.
Edgar.
Hi, everybody. Love you, Mom.
This is my absolute hero right now.
Thanks.
And always. Okay. Do your thing. Can I ask you two mates to not be in this space right now?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I'm me and I love them. And here, okay. Okay, so my sweetheart, I'm going to take their telephone really quick and I will keep their identity safe, but I would like you to see what they have just sent to me. I'm going to keep them safe and see what it shows here. Can you see this? State of emergency. State of emergency. I actually am just filled with so much happiness and magic at that state of emergency that I'm going to wet my whistle. First Moon Tarot card for Aries, it comes up, the word quarantine comes out, and then my sweetie pops up with just a quick little message that says state of emergency. Like we didn't know that. We have been in this state of emergency for quite a while. I remember, and maybe I'll save this for our hope spell very soon when I tell you that. I went to my very first march when I was a very young teenager, and I brought my parents with me. It was a no nukes march. We have been in a state of emergency my entire life, all right? And certain folks are just catching up right now, and that's fine. There's room for everybody because where there's an emergency, there's helpers, and where there's helpers, there's hope. All right, sweeties? So we're going to get through this. But already, Aries, 9 of Wands reverse, sit down, calm down, relax, drink your brew. Live in utter simplicity like I was raised, how my mama raised me in utter simplicity. All right. Oh, so many stories. I don't want to forget this, but I once created a restaurant with my older brother on the side of our house. We called it the Jolly Roger, and we served warm water with dandelion weeds that we picked. We grew spring onions, green onions, scallions in our gardens. We'd yank the tops off of that and we put it in this hot water with salt and we served it. And we made some money on that too. All right, cuties. So here we go with Taurus. Taurus has the reversed Lovers card. So Taurus, cute hearts. This is a very earth card to me. Key 6, the Lovers card, Taurus. Also having challenges with denial right now. You have to very quickly create some body comfort for yourself. My suggestion for you is dry skin brushing and bathing, and do this intentionally. Hopefully you have a sprig of rosemary that you can pet your form with, and hopefully in this hot bath or hot shower you can have ecstasy. You can do with that what you will, because I'm not certain the powers that be, as I've just monetized in my YouTube channel. So speaking of the bank, I have made, as of last night, $2.34 with my YouTube channel. And I just love sharing the realness, the beauty and power of realness. Take that rosemary sprig, pet your body in ecstasy, because I'm not sure I can say the word that starts with an O and still be monetized. So Taurus, you must take this to an ecstatic place. the care for yourself. Do not worry that there's not enough for you. It's time for you now to create movement in the nectars of your body from the surface down. Dry skin brushing, petting with a rosemary sprig, and ecstasy. There we go. Moving on now, cute hearts, to Gemini. Gemini, you've got the left tilted Empress card. You have a little homework here. One moment. Your homework is to share what you know, to fire up the intuitive piece that's within you now across your frontal lobe, and express it and share it now any way that the air can move. Because what I would like to see is this left tilted card to be upright. And I would like the world to know your wisdom. So let's fire up your words and let's hear the genius of how you exist. Share that in the spaces that you can within your magical, beautiful way. So if you are a fine artist and make paintings, and you have the ability to share those paintings in images right now on the internet, please do. If you have a way of singing and you can hum and purr and sound lovely by telephoning someone, do please now. Gemini, you must share your abundance with the world in air enactments. That's singing and poetry and the internet and writing and painting. Tag me if you post things. I would love, love, love to share your genius with the world. And I love you very much. And thank you for being here, Gemini. Oh, feels so good. Cancer. You have the left tilted Queen of Wands, the left tilted Queen of Wands. What to say about Cancer's left tilted Queen of Wands? This is like creating frictions in a good way. Like when we scratch, when we're cats and we scratch our cozy bed into place. This is time for you to create healthy frictions, dig up the earth where you can, pull the weeds where you can, communicate where you can with the passions of your friction. Friction can look like sensuous touch. It can look like digging holes. It can look like erotic poetry, actually. So I would like to say, Cancer, move the nectars of your body with erotic poetry and erotic movements of your flesh. Thank you so much for letting me speak that truth. Cancer. Ooh, Leo babes. Here we go. The 9 of Pentacles left tilted. So this has been pure reversals and left tilts. Left tilt to me looks like it's intuitive and quiet. Wow, does this worldwide coven of mine ever have a lot on our mind right now? This 9 of Pentacles has you worried about your abundance, Leo. I see you. I love you. I would urge you to get out of your head at this moment, if it's at all possible, and do some very serious cooking right now. In fact, excuse me, did you hear that in my breath of life? Let's all take a big, deep breath in. Release through your open lips, say, Ma. Leo babes, let's do some meal prep. Let's do some meal prep and have things prepared in our kitchen for the weekend. Let's have ourselves staying very comfy, cozy, and being organized in it. You're so good at your wonderful, what's a nice way of saying bossy, fabulously, geniusly aware of how groups can function well. Do that for your household now. Let's take it down to just the bindu point, the utter nucleus, and get some meal prep going. And don't worry about your abundance so much. Let's really clean out the pantry and binge a cool movie, One of my favorites is Like Water for Chocolate. Do you know this film, Like Water for Chocolate? Binge that movie and get your gorgeous, sweet booty in the kitchen and do some sensuous cooking with just the ingredients that you already have. Okay? Let me know what you make, please. Oh, that was great fun. Virgo, honeys. This is the reversed 10 of Swords. So pure reversals and left tilts so far with our kindness coven. I love you and I'm here. Okay? 10 of Swords for Virgo. You know, I know that you'd like to think this into being better than it is. Please pardon me. I think that this is more a call for you to write out and map for the collective your best ideas right now. I actually feel like you can really, really tell us right now what we should be doing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, have fun with it. Talk about shoulds in a really fun way. This reversed 10 of Swords is saying, please write out the framework, the blueprint for how this collective shall spontaneously heal and create my gargantuan spell to co-create and weave a world where all are sheltered, fed, and have agency within their experience. Ah, I would love to know what's the answer, Virgo. My goodness, you've got this fabulous way of blueprinting and frameworking what's needed. Thank you for being here, honey. Mwah. Wow. I'm running low on Witch's Brew. Excuse me 1 second. I'm just going to text my sweetheart Boone real fast and ask for more brew, please. And they will probably show up. You might hear a little bit of heating up of this brew because the click, click, click. I'm really sensitive about that. I like to create pleasant sounds for you in this space. All right, cuties. So here it's Libra's turn. That's funny that I have this little wheeze coming on. I just had to do a little arm cough just to like show off my arm cough spells. Can you please heat up the brew with the fire, my love? Thank you so much, Boone. All right, here we go, cuties. So Libra, reversed 2 of Cups. Reversed 2 of Cups. I'm just going to say that, you know, there's a little bit of a lack mentality going on here. Is that heated? I'd like it to be scalding if it's possible. Here's some Witch's Brew ASMR. Doesn't that sound beautiful? Thank you, Boone. See, now I love that. That's my Libra sun because we're both Libra suns together. And this 2 of Cups, wow. Did we ever just own one another upon their very first moments of my pregnancy, really? So I love that they got to fill my cup when the 2 of Cups showed up. That was unintentional. I don't remember if I asked them to bring me brew before I pulled this card. But anyways, I believe in magic. So I love that this card showed up. We must be mindful, Libras, of our tendency in this I don't want to call it a state of emergency. I want to call it our memory banks might be telling ourselves some sad stories. And I'd like to challenge Libra to go into your memory banks and let the waters of your good news flow and just work one-on-one. It doesn't have to be for the whole world, but we know that this is a web of life, and everything we weave onto and into this web of life is important and known. Just work one-on-one right now. Let's start with happy memories, one-on-one with some of the most important folks in your life. Okay, that's your homework right now, Libra. Love that. Okay, cuties, here we go, Scorpio. Scorpio, the very first upright card, and is the 8 of Swords. And we are in our Scorpio moon, aren't we? I'm just going to double check that. I mean, I know in my soul it's a Friday the 13th Scorpio moon, but I have to do it anyways. This is Deluxe Moon. This is the app that I use. And any Scorpios want to get a screen grab of this? That is the deluxe moon, waning gibbous moon in Scorpio. I love the gibbous moon phase. And I was interviewed by my lovely Sarah Faith Gottesdiener specifically about what our favorite moon phases were. And Edgar did this wonderful interview with Sarah as well. The moon phase that's really just calling my name right now is the gibbous moon phases, because it deals with enormity, handling when things are about to be full or just after they're full, the anticipation of, oh my gosh, we're almost at the full moon, or oh dear, it's just after the full moon. There's this sort of way of not being in your body sometimes in a gibbous moon phase. So here we are in a waning gibbous moon phase in Scorpio, a water sign. And we have this card, the Eight of Swords, that can show a lot of tantrumy, challenging times for Scorps right now. Waning gibbous moon phase can be very emo. It can be very, First Wave, The Cure, the band The Cure. This is time right now to lay the swords of your tantrums down now, Scorp. You've got to rest. Like I said, every one of these cards has been left tilted or reversed. And now our first upright card is, 2/3 of the way down our zodiac, and it is Scorp. So Scorp, calm down. Lay your swords down, which in many ways is laying your burdens down, and really keep yourself healthy and well right now. It's so important. I mean, I hope that you are a nuanced magic maker listening to this, so you realize there's distinct differences in the incredible minute changes in each one of these readings, and yet we are all together having the same experience of taking care of your body and your health right now. Scorpio, out of the head, out of the noggin. You know what you need, Scorpio? You need my mommy's forehead stroke. It's a rolling of the four fingers from the bridge of the nose up. You roll the fingers from the index up. See this rolling motion? Roll it up. Get out of your head, cute heart. Okay? You got this. Mwah. Sweet. All right, Saggy. Saggy has a reversed Six of Wands. Reversed Six of Wands. I mean, I know this is unbelievable that you have to stop, but you have to stop. It's unbelievable. And what will you do with this fabulous opportunity to stop? Years and years ago, my sweetie and I decided at the very last minute, as you do in your 30s, when you don't have a lot of responsibilities like teenagers and a mortgage, we found a very cheap deal to the very tiny atoll. Do you know what an atoll is? It's not an island and it's not a landmass. It's an atoll. It's shaped like a fabulous crescent moon. For those of you that are part of my Worldwide Coven that have been here forever, I love to create ashes on my forehead with that crescent moon bowed like so. So this atoll, there was very cheap tickets to go there. And one of our very special friends that's a photographer had just shot a Gillette commercial in this atoll in Tahiti that was owned by Marlon Brando. And they had a funny little retreat center there, very primitive and sort of just stick little wooden buildings. And oh, it was magnificent. We literally bought our ticket and 3 days later took off with just a backpack. We weren't even sure if they would let us on the atoll. It worked out. We took a tiny little airplane from Tahiti over to the atoll called Tetiaroa and had a really super, super, super spectacular time. Draw from those moments now, Sag. Be in the space right now of memories and knowing that we will have those times again. This is a time for you to tell your stories of your sexy, fabulous self out there doing it. Because I know, Saggy, you love to be out there doing it. Right now, you just can't. You have to have a different relationship to doing it. You have to go into the space of planning for how it will be done when all this lifts and we are able to sort of be out in the world again. My sweetie and I were blown away by what it was like on this atoll. The slowness, the stillness, the quietness, how sort of incredibly natural it was to not be speaking every minute. In my Instagram stories, let's be like the rest of the house, Sag, and let's relax. Let's sit down and shut up and just be in a different relationship with doing it. Okay? Love you. All right, cuties. Capricorn. All right, sweeties. This is the reversed temperance card. This is number 14. It's the reversed temperance card, and it's looking very frozen to me. It's looking very still. It's looking very afraid. Okay. And so, Cappy, if you're a Cappy that maybe even has this virus now, you're going to be okay. All right. Illuminate your inner voice and inner knowing that you're okay. And a great way to do that is with Witch's Brew. Everybody raise a glass to Capricorn keeping their shit together right now. Okay, Cappy? We know you can do it. I know that sometimes we become frozen with fear, and you can do it. It looks like the broadcast is a little bit shaky right now. Oftentimes you can hear me just fine, but it looks like the picture's not as smooth, and that's okay. I'm going to keep going, okay? And now we've got Aquarius coming. Aquarius, you've got the left tilted 3 of Wands, the left tilted 3 of Wands for Aquarius. So many wands, so much fire, so many fears. I understand. And it's not just you, Aquarius, honey. It's going to be okay. We're going to be okay. And we're going to be okay because we shall purify. And I talked about, did you know upon this YouTube channel, there's a community tab where I created a small spell for breathing, and we can tell ourselves in a wonderful way that we're okay. And that's important for you right now, to not lose your shit. It's really important for you to remain very, very strong, Aquarius, and not in that like, I'm okay. Don't lie. You don't have to lie. What you do need to do is lie down and be calm and drink your witch's brew and tell your baby self that you're okay. So maybe pop up and read the sweet spell of purification and the nice smiling picture that I put of myself in between rainstorms here in California this week. I took a photo of myself in the full sunlight so you could have just a little bit of dopamine. And I'm wishing you lots of dopamine as you tenderly care for your baby self within. Love you. All right, Pisces. Pisces, I don't know. This looks pretty reversed to me. It's the Judgment card. It's the left to reversed Judgment card. I understand that like X marks the spot. You told us so. There's like a righteous indignation moment happening here, Pisces, a righteous indignation moment. I would like you to be very protective of your immune system right now with how you're functioning in your emotions. Let's keep your emotions centered on hope and gratitude. Because the flip side of that is some righteous indignation that, like, you told us so and you knew this was coming and we didn't listen. You deserve to have this story work out too. Not just people that are like, believe in magic and rah-rah like myself. And in my 54 years of surviving cancer, when you see these scars on my neck, this is from being a cancer survivor, right? You go through some stuff by the time 54 years rolls around, okay? And that old hashtag me too, well, guess what? Me too. All right? Pisces, your righteous indignation could cost you valuable energy in your immune system. Let's make sure that we keep our messages to our baby selves optimistic, okay, and believe in magic, and you deserve to have this story work out too. Oh, Lordy, that was a lot. All right. I do believe that my sweetheart took that brew away. Normally, I drink a whole pot of witch's brew during our broadcast. But because I was on the 405 freeway back and forth today from here to LAX and back again, almost LAX, may I please ask for this to be heated in the pot with fire and then put back in the pot? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. How is everyone holding up before we cast our spell? I want to remind you that we are wonderfully between worlds right now, and to just enjoy that sensation of being in our coven of floating stones between worlds, suspended, where north, east, south, west, and center are all in total harmony, encasing us in a portal, a magic portal. Feels so good. How's everyone doing? Oh, Scorpio, moon and rising, emo, the cure is basically the stuff you're singing right now. Oh, that's resonating hard. I love that, Kelly. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so Teresa says, this Cappy feels great. You're going to look up your brew and make some tonight. Fabulous. Do that. And it says here, Kelly says, sound is perfect. Video started to catch up to. Good. I'm glad. Good. Oh, good. Thunder and writing, raise that glass. Who needs a MoonTarot before we get into our spell? We're doing fine on time. We'll take a few MoonTarot questions if anybody has them. Does that sound good? Who needs that right now? If you don't, we'll move straight into our spell work together. And remember that we're casting this spell together today. So you will actually be the witch enacting the work with me today. Oh, good, Elise. You're ready for a MoonTarot card. Here we go, cutie. This is the reversed Seven of Pentacles. Something about your North Node expressions is needing your attention right now and craving your attention right now. I believe it seems home-based. And this Seven of Pents looks like it tells you need to tend to your home base very seriously right now. You can do it. I believe in you. It's important. Take very seriously anything in the realm of the North Node. The North Node is your, that's probably just fine now. Thank you very much. So that's going to be your home, your body, your money, and your food. They need tending to right now. Okay, Elise? I hope that helps, cutie. Let's see what's going on in the little chat. Oh, good. Teresa, I'm so here for it. Here we go, baby. And then it looks like Sophia says that they would like any message. You're welcome, Elise. And then Bailey is asking, I don't know that I've seen you here before, Bailey Huerta. Thank you for being here. Oh, and Teresa says their daughter is a flight attendant and they would like Teresa. Yes. And Indigo Soul is saying that they would love a MoonTarot. They're currently going through a rebirth. That's lovely. Let me make sure that I get this just right. We're beginning with Teresa and Teresa's flight attendant. Can I please show you? Well, no, that's okay. My sweetie is showing me that the schools in my town are closing down. So Magick is afoot. I was not meant to be on that flight to Costa Rica, and I feel droplets coming to my eyes now. I've reclaimed the word droplets for pleasure. I reclaim the word droplets for those in my community that are challenged with food scarcity. They are challenged with the ability to have care for their families in this time where the schools are shut down. And maybe they have scarcity with their ability to receive food from school, because that's a big thing in California right now, because many people do not have food in their life without the public school system. So the droplets, the magic of the droplets of my eyes and my body are communicating to all of us in this kindness coven that we are needed. So Teresa, we look at mama first, because your flight attendant daughter knows that we must take the oxygen for ourselves first. So I'm glad you asked for MoonTarot for you first. And then we'll look at your fabulous flying daughter. Teresa, here we go, honey. You've got the reversed star card. You know, excuse me, I rarely cough on this broadcast, and now I'm doing it twice. Please pardon me. Oh, that brew is divine. My loves, this reversed star card for Teresa is alerting Teresa to really sort of pull the magic of the heavens, pull the magic of the chart, pull the magic of their hand into their heart, what you feel, and the magical works that you're divining, stirring your brew right now and creating your magic at your altar is very important. And that's the way that you're needed most. You're needing to keep the magic of your chart and the celestial map and pull it down through your heart and into your hands. This is a really important time right now for you to maybe even, if you start to worry, hearing all the news and things that are sort of systems that are deteriorating right now, you can just draw a nice 5-pointed star in your palm. You can tickle the palm of your hand with that universal sigil that calls in the four corners and center for spirit. And you can just say a gorgeous little prayer for your sweetheart, your fabulous, magical, flying daughter. There you go, cutie. Star sigil is needed for you. And this is for your sweetheart flying daughter. Here we go, honey. This is the reversed Two of Wands, the reversed Two of Wands. I mean, they're to the point now where it's like they've heard it all, they've seen it all. They literally are desensitized and numb to everything that's going on in their field right now. And I love the word field, just like I love the word channel. They have an energetic and magical field within the field of their career, and they're numb. They're numb. They need mama's love right now. So it's time for you to start firing off some gorgeous poetry and music and magic constantly to them right now and letting them know mama's here. I sang that song as part of my spell incantation when I was alerting the soul of my Libra sun boon to enter my body. I believe that I summoned and invoked the souls of my children into my body. And that was my song incantation to Boon. I sang, Mama's here, Mama's here, Mama's here, over and over. Your daughter appears desensitized, and we must keep the waters and passions of her body moving right now because her health is so important right now. So let's just start really like making her laugh. Send her cute pictures of when she was a kid and happy places that you would like to travel to together soon. Okay? Love to you both. All right, cuties, here we go. Well, remind me who's next after Teresa and their magical flying daughter. Was it Bailey, cutie? Yes. Okay, Bailey here. Or was it Sophia? I believe it was Sophia. Sophia and then Bailey. Here we go, cuties. Okay, Sophia. Did you actually have a question, cutie? You're open to any message. I'm glad I asked. Open to any message. Well, I want to just already tell you how magical you are, because when you're open to any message, then that means you are really soft and your body is in the flow right now. And I love that. So here we go, Sophia. Open to any message. You have the reversed Queen of Pentacles, another reversal. This is time for you to keep your experience very trippy. You need to be very tripped out right now. You need to know that you're recreating yourself right now, fully and completely, and to have it be like no other time of your renewal. You need to renewal in a way that's very spacey, fun, and trippy, because you're rewriting your rules right now. How fun is that, Sophia? So really get out all the art supplies. It's time for you to just be like finger painting, and I want you to have chalk caked under your nails and just a little smudge of chocolate cake batter on your face. Really be physical with how you're accessing what you need now. Okay, honey? Oh, great fun. Thank you, Sophia. We needed that. And I believe that it was Bailey next. Hi, Bailey. Bailey, did you tell me that you had a specific question, honey? You're new here. Oh, I love you too. I thought that you were new here, and I don't want to have a time where I don't know everyone. But Bailey Huerta, when I saw you here, I said, I don't think I've ever seen you here before. So welcome. And everybody in the Kindness Coven, welcome Bailey here. Bailey, if you would like to subscribe to my channel, know how welcome you are to that. I am currently asking for all that are here to subscribe to my channel, very simply because I would like to remain here. And for me to spend the time here, I need to feather my nest very healthily here. As I've just monetized here on YouTube, I've earned $2.34. And I'm really excited about that. I worship that. Oh my gosh. 2, 3, 4. I didn't even think about how magic those numbers are. Well, they seem to be rolling forward. And that's a deep, hard yes for me. Okay, Bailey, you're very magical. Thank you for being here, honey. You've got the left tilted 7 of Wands. Left tilted 7 of Wands. Well, you're not here by accident, honey. Magic brought you here, and that's the truth. So your left tilted 7 of Wands has a lot of kind of intuitive passions are being born right now. It's very possible that you could see yourself doing actual work in this realm, work in this field, works of magic, tarot reading or spell work or exploring your craft. But this is deeper than that. I almost feel like you want to do this for a living. And it looks like time right now, while the world is on quarantine, where we're all having the same experience, that you can really kind of dig in right now and see the realms where you believe you're needed. Where are your passions, and where do you think they're needed upon the globe? Where are they needed in this wild world? Oh, Bailey, welcome here, honey. Here you go. The 7 of Wands, 7 of fire. Okay. So fire it up. The magic is real and the magic is here. All right, cuties. Well, happy Friday. My sweeties will be home with me for an extended period of time. How joyful. Isn't that fabulous news? I think I'll create all kinds of vlogs about this experience of being home with my sweeties. Maybe we'll go back into our memory banks and we'll make some of the little snackies that we used to make. We used to make ants on a log. Do you know the snack ants on a log? It's vegan and it's adorable. You take a nice little celery log and you place inside of it your favorite nut butter And you can place upon that little black currants, or you can put golden raisins. We put regular California dried raisins on that, and it looks like little ants crawling on a log. It's really fun. I think we'll get into all of our old fun snacks and things like that. We used to take those vegan smart dogs, and my sweetie would create octopus for the kids. Did you know you can take a smart dog and you can slice it, leave the top, say this is the vegan dog, you slice the bottom, and then when you boil it in water, the legs open up and it looks like a little octopus. It's really, really cute. And he would put, ketchup on the plate. It looked like the octopus was inking the ocean. It was really fun. Let's have fun with this time, shall we? Who's next? Oh, I love it. Hi, B. Mo. I'm so glad you're here. Hi, Jay. Thank you for being here. Oh, Helen, look at who just showed up late. I love it all so much. Don't say sorry. I adore that you're here. Raising 4 grandchildren who range in age from 4 to 15. They're hungry now. School's been canceled in South Texas also, sending lots of love. Oh, Helen, you're adorable. I love that you're here. You weren't here late. I said hello to you earlier. You were quiet today. That's adorable. Okay, sweetheart. An indigo soul is ready for a moon tarot. Oh, that's great. And then Lorena was saying, with all the madness in the world right now, you've been feeling very lonely and separate from your tribe. Any moon tarot advice for finding connection? Lorena, in this space, I say this with all the love in my soul. The word tribe is utilized for Indigenous folks. So if I may ask you with kindness you may please feel most comfortable referring to us as a coven. That would be so respectful and loving to Indigenous folks. And that is a sacred word, and it is meant for folks of color. So thank you very, very much for that. And I can't wait to pull your moon tarot. So you hold tight, because Indigo Soul's coming up. You have an upright Queen of Cups. Upright Queen of Cups. Indigo Soul, did you say what you were looking for, cutie? You're going through a rebirth. Well, this rebirth is aqueous. This rebirth really needs a lot of emotional support. So when you look at cups, you look at the direction of west, the element of water. Water is our oceans of emotions. Your rebirth must be heavily, heavily hydrated. It needs to be emotional. It needs to be inside the realm of your emotions. So stay with your emotional wellness through this rebirth. And I hope that works for you. Isn't that a gorgeous card? Yay. And Lorena, thank you so much for being here. Very, very, very much love to you. Oh, this is a gorgeous card for you. This is the Ace or One of Wands. I've never seen so much fire come out through this coven. This is so many wands being pulled in our moon tarot today. This One of Wands, this Ace of Wands tells you it's a new beginning for you. It's almost like this loneliness and this emptiness is the bottom for you. And now you can add back fully and completely intentionally. So anything you add back, knowledge and wisdom and wellness, is with deep intention. I'm spending time right now being really tenderly holding you in talking about the word that you used that could be very harmful to folks in this space. And now you get to know that, unless you are an Indigenous person and that is a word that is sacred to you. Now you know that thing, that important thing. And now you're adding back from that space of emptiness something so nourishing, so powerful, so real, and so sort of well for the world. Let's have that spirit go through all of your new magical works as you fire up your new way, the way where you're kind of warming your body, mind, and spirit to shoo away the sort of coldness of that loneliness. and I wish you well. It's so, so fabulous to have you here. And thank you for being seen. It is not easy. It is a work of incredible, tender vulnerability to be seen in this space, and I honor that in you. Okay, lots of love. Who else is here, sweethearts? Okay, let's see what's going on. Oh, thank you, Cover Central. Oh, thank you for wishing everyone well. BMO cute snacks feel like they have that extra bit of nourishment. They do. They are. Oh, you have brilliant energy, Lorena. Thank you so much. I hope I'm saying your name correctly, sweetie. I would love to be corrected anytime. Okay, perfect. Okay. Jay, will you have a full body lose weight, get stronger transformation this year? Okay, we'll look at that in a minute. You and Cover Central is needing tarot for feeling a lot of anxiety, stress, career, life. Tarot for finding peace, calm in the storm. Much love to everyone. Thank you. All right, so it looks like Jay is next. All right, here we go. Unless I missed somebody up top. All right, cuties. Let me just see what's going on because I want to just look really quick. Okay, good. So Cover, I see that you're at work right now. Okay. And so you have the Chariot card, and this is for Jay. So the journey of your transformation is more about self-love than anything else. Your body is magical. It's made to change sizes. It can expand. It can contract. We are wildly magical in our ableness in this body, and the transformation that's coming is so deep. The ride is so deep. It's changing your utter experience with loving yourself. So the transformation needed most is for you to journey towards self-love. I hope that works for you, cutie. Mwah. And Jay, that was you. And now Cover, I hope I'm saying that right. Career and stress, anxiety. Here we go. Well, you have the World card, and it is slightly right tilted World card. The World is beginnings and ends. We know that. That's the 21, key 21 in the tarot. It's time for you now, sweetie, to just realize that everything you've ever learned and everything you know feeds what you are moving towards. So beginnings and ends are supernatural. I like that the word supernatural came out. I like the idea of you moving into realms that are a little bit more in alignment with your spirit practice. And so beginnings and ends are constant. And this is complex. You're going to have to meditate on this World card because only you know if it's the end of this kind of place in your career. I will not give you advisement to quit a job. Okay. I will give you advisement to create new magical beginnings in your works. Okay. Hope that helps. And I don't know if we have time for more. Oh, I'm excited for you, Lorena. Thank you for the green hearts. Green is my favorite color. Oh, you go by Jillian as well. I love that. Thank you, Jillian. I'm happy to see you here. And Thunder and Writing would like to know. They need to head off now. Thank you for holding space. Oh, of course, honey. Thank you so much. Oh, great. Okay. All right, sweeties. So for those of you that are with us here, it looks like we've got 25 folks that are live with us now. You're all so welcome. We're going to get into our Hope Magic spell right now. And this magic spell is a full participation. It's really important that we're all participating if it's at all possible for you to be seen. And I get it. Not everyone has the agency to be seen in a coven space. So I have a lot of respect for those of you that can speak up in this space. Our Hope spell is about weaving the free magic of our memory banks, the free magic of what we know is real. That hope has kept many of our dreams alive. And remember, at the beginning of this broadcast, we talked about hope that we have that has helped us to thrive or survive an experience. And if you have the ability to speak that in the chat right now, please, please do. I would like to also create a little content warning for anyone. We are going to tell stories of survival right now. And stories of survival mean that there was a very threat to your existence. And that by definition, this could be some triggering things that get brought up in the chat right now. I would ask you to please keep some nice community guidelines in what you share. Keep your language as pure and sweet as possible, knowing that we want to not harm others with some language that could be, challenging to people's mental health. And I would love to hear your stories of SURTHRIVAL. I would like to share a story of the family, my little family, driving across the plains together. We were driving from South Dakota, and we had a day where we had taken many states at the same time. We were on a road trip with the four of us. And my sweetie was behind the wheel. They used to drive a van, and the kids were still so young. They were both in car seats. I believe that my daughter, who's 13 now, was 3 at the time, and that means my Libra son would have been 4, almost 5. And we were taking a trip, kind of racing the clock, to introduce our sweet daughter to their great-grandmother in North Dakota. So we drove to North Dakota. It was a fabulous journey. We drove through Yellowstone and Zion. We did 14 states on that trip. No, I'm sorry. 9. Oh, I know what it was. 14 states and 9 national parks on that journey. 10 national parks? Okay. They had to show up and say 10 because that's a flex. And when they pretty much did all the driving on that trip, so it was a flex. But that was a day that we kind of left North Dakota, and we got to introduce our daughter to their great-grandmother before she passed, which was a joy, a deep joy. And we left town because there were storm warnings coming into this town in North Dakota. And it was that hurricane, that was a tornado season. It was June. And we sort of got pushed out of town by a tornado. And while we were driving, another tornado warning came on the radio, because this is 10 years ago. There wasn't a lot of streaming radio, right? And so we had another kind of tornado pushing us this way. We started working our way through South Dakota. And then there was another storm coming from the other direction, kind of making a corridor. We had 12 tornado watches while we were driving that day. And we just had to kind of keep going because we had heard from our relatives that the tornado we were concerned about in North Dakota actually touched down and destroyed the library and City Hall. I mean, it's like a surreal film similar to what we're experiencing now with the coronavirus, isn't it? Right? You just kind of can't believe these moments are happening when you're wondering if you're going to thrive something. And night had fallen. We had stopped at a cafe, and I ate a whole bunch of dinner and was very kind of like nervously eating strange things in the middle of, the bottom of South Dakota. We were driving across, and then there was a tornado warning around the front of us. We were hoping we would just miss it, but they do whatever they want, these tornadoes. And out of nowhere, we would have expected, for me, the youngest in our family, Jason and I, my sweetie and I, were trying to whisper to each other some warnings to each other, like, that's another tornado warning. Like parents who I didn't want to trigger my sweet little daughter because she's only 3 years old. And she heard this now because it started hailing. And it was so loud in the car because it was golf ball size hail. And every freeway overpass that we drove under, people were actually like parked underneath those already. Oh, it's so cute. They're showing me a picture of that moment. So it was like a strobe light in our car of constant lightning strike and hail. And that's exactly what, we sort of expect when a tornado's touching down. And this is a photo that somehow they may have gotten. I don't know. It might be off the internet, but it was multiple flashes of lightning. And all out of nowhere, our daughter from their pink baby car seat at 3 years old said, "Flower power, flower power." And they just summoned flower power with their fingers straight at me because I truly was panicking. We had nowhere to park our car. If there was, we didn't know because it was pitch black in between lightning strikes, and you could just see low clouds, and we didn't know if we'd see a tornado. Our daughter was screaming flower power, and truly within minutes, this hail lifted, and we were able to limp into a teeny little town at the very edge of South Dakota and get the very last motel room in the only motel in town. It was just, so that's our SURTHRIVAL story. And I want you to know that really, truly everything is a spell. And that moment, she truly saved my life in that moment. I don't know how she did that, but she was excited. She loved it. She remembers that moment. She was sucking her thumb, and then all of a sudden it wasn't tears. She just started yelling flower power. So I love that. I would love to share with our collective some of our stories of SURTHRIVAL. Okay, sweethearts. Let me look at some SURTHRIVAL stories. Oh, Indigo Soul, thank you so much. Oh, you're welcome. You're also welcome, Jay. Oh, great. Sure. We'll put it out there to the collective. Oh, you have another question? Well, actually, we're going to have to say the answer to that question is this coven sends energy for your cousin brother to pass his upcoming exams with great marks. That's wonderful. Thank you for the hearts, Talia Ray. Oh, thank you, Cover. Jillian, I'll call you Jillian now. Remind me that your name's Jillian. Hi, Buffalo's Eye. Oh, I understand that you have to go. Thank you so much for your kind greeting. So Indigo Soul has a SURTHRIVAL story. You're a cancer survivor who is now finding a way to thrive. I went through 5 rounds of chemo, 28 rounds of radiation, 6 surgeries during your battle. You're 9 years cancer-free in May. Oh my gosh, Indigo Soul. Through my journey, I discovered meditation, which was life-changing for me. And you are now a Reiki practitioner, and you love being of service to others. Oh my goodness, Indigo Soul, thank you. It's great to be SURTHRIVers together. That's fabulous. In my late 20s, I had thyroid cancer. It was a journey that should have been 1 surgery, 1 radiation treatment. It ended up being 3 surgeries and 2 big radiation treatments, which are very similar to this experience of being quarantined because you have to go into a lead room to be in this radiation scenario because you have to eat a gigantic, it was like this big, radioactive iodine pill. And then you're radioactive. They come in with a hazmat suit on and use a Geiger counter to see when you can go home. So several times a day, they'd come in and use the Geiger counter on me as part of the research and part of the way that they would monitor myself. Wild times. Your numbers are incredible, Indigo Soul. I'm assuming that you're here via Luna Nate, you sweetheart, because you love Reiki and they're an incredible Reiki master. And I know they're going to be sending me Reiki this weekend since I'm missing out on our retreat in Costa Rica. Thank you for sharing your journey. So Teresa says, I survived a massive pulmonary embolism. Lungs were 93% full of blood clots and lungs covered with a saddle clot and a heart attack 11 years ago this month. Nothing scares me now. Oh, Teresa, I just love you so much. You're such a doll. And I love that we're together over on Instagram now. I just love your presence in my life. Thank you for sharing your fabulous story of the resilience and the hope within your animal body and your wonderful good fortune of SURTHRIVAL. Thank you so much, Teresa. Oh my gosh, so many droplets just into my eyes right now. Wow. Oh, Okay, duty calls. I get it, Jillian. Do your thing. Oh, thank you, Indigo Soul. I love it. Okay, so here we go. So, Iris rising. I think I'm saying, is it Iris rising or Iris rising? After your Saturn return, you were able to leave an abusive relationship. You know what? Oh, I just got stuck on my snake bracelet. Sounds like they were a real snake. Look at this. My shirt is being yanked up by my snake bracelet out of nowhere when I decided to clap. Super snaps for being able to escape your abusive relationship. That's complex. Not everyone is able to do that. And that is no shade on them, because literally some people fear for their life so much they stay to surthrive. So you are, wow, you did it. So you left your abusive relationship. You're enrolled in grad school. This changed your life and put you on your path. May we all thrive and share love. I have hope. All caps, green heart. Thank you so much. Am I saying your name correctly when I say Iris Rising? Oh, let's drink to that. Let's drink to the surthrival of Iris Rising. Good luck in grad school. How fabulous. And Holly Parkinson says here, it's not my body, but in the past 3 years, you've lost both parents to cancer. I'm really sorry. Being only 24 and trying to graduate uni, it was a lot, but I found light and magic and meditation to help. Holly, you may turn to me for the rest of your days for maternal love. I'm opening the door for you to feel that maternal love from me. And I'm here. And thank you for letting us see you in your singularness, because all of us are in our singularness right now, aren't we? I have both my parents still alive, and they're in their 80s, and they just live 2 miles away. So I have the privilege of holding maternal space for you, Holly. Allow me to feed you with my privilege when you need it, okay? You can see me for a Mama Witch good morning hello on Instagram every morning. I literally greet you in song each morning over on Instagram. So if we're not connected there, please see me then, okay? Thank you so much. I just need to check in, speaking of maternal stuff, that my sweetie is off to pick up our daughter. Okay, honey. Oh my gosh. Well, I hope that you got through uni, my love. Where are you in the UK, honey? I absolutely love the UK. Lorena says that they have a surthrival story. Thank you. The coven is so here for this, Lorena. You're adorable. I love that you're here. Your surthrival story happened in middle school. You were on a school trip on a train into London when the bus train bombing took place in July 2005. My goodness, that rocks my body to hear. Your classmates were all panicking, but you kept calm. Oh my gosh. Wow. How did you do that? You're incredible. Wow. I just 2005, what a magical time. That's when we moved into our home that we live in here, and I was just between babies. I ended up having a baby in late 04 and mid 06. So, wow, you were in middle school in 05. That was a very scary time, and bless your heart. I'm so happy you survived so you could be here today with the coven. And you're so welcome here, cutie. Okay, so Tasha, is it Giles or Giles? Evening, sorry you're late. Bless you. You're right on time, cutie. I love saying your name. Iris, yes, ma'am. Thank you for your vulnerability and for beaming courage into us all. You pronounce it Aries. Thank you so much, Aries. That's fabulous. Aries rising. Thank you for being here. And Holly's popped back in. Thank you, Mama Witch. I love you saying that. I have one other person in my life that calls me Mama, and I love that. I keep up with you on Insta. I finished uni in Brighton, but now I'm in West Sussex, right on the beach in a little cottage. I'm also adopting a cat on Sunday. So all the love. That is so awesome. I'm so excited for you. So I feel hugely attached to West Sussex. That's where my bestie lives. So they're right by the fabulous Petworth Park and all those beautiful things over there. Oh, enjoy your kitty cat. Please tell us exactly what you name them and send me a picture. DM me a picture of you and your kitty on Instagram. Okay, cutie? So fabulous to have. Temperance is here. Super snaps for Temperance. Liverpool in the house. I love it. Temperance says, I am a survivor of child abuse. Oh, my heart goes out to you, and I must share with you, my darling love, me too. Oh, of different kinds of abuse by a member of the family who's no longer with us. I'm kind of relieved that they're no longer with us, and I'm really sorry you went through that, Temperance. And, those of us that thrive child abuse sometimes can grow our hearts to extra, extra, extra size. You are so special in this covenant, so special in this space for how you give so much love all across this coven, and you're in comments and you pop back and you re-comment, and I just love you so much. I'm so happy you thrived, and that your Nana thrived with you, and that your mammy and your siblings thrived with you, so you can live to share the joy of yourself and your family with us. Oh, you're just divine. Mwah! Love you. So fun and special. We're going to have to wrap up soon, cuties. We've been at it for a while today. And there's an opportunity and an option for me to pop on live through the weekend as well. I think I'll communicate with Jillian and see if they have any special messages that we can create for this coven. Oh, it's so special that we can gather together, as so many of us are called to be in our home spaces right now. And that can be complex, as I know there can be a lot of people that are houseless, that have to go to the cafe or the library because they sleep in their car. That's really huge in the States, here in the United States. And that you feel the feelings of home through this broadcast. And I probably will pop onto another live through the weekend as well. Excuse me. Lovely. And somebody asked me last week about this china. This is my wedding china. Isn't it beautiful? It's from Wedgwood and it's called India. And I just love this. So yeah, thank you so much for the compliment. I get to use my wedding china on this broadcast all the time. Let's look for another story of SURTHRIVAL. Oh, yeah, Tash is excited. Yay, new kitty. So BMO, you had to leave for a moment. You're glad you made it back before it ended. There you go. Celeblin, your SURTHRIVAL story is that your first relationship in your late teens turned into a horrific Me Too story. I'm holding you so tight right now, my love. That resulted in a deep, dark time where you were held hostage by your own anxiety for 5 years. And then Celeblin, love you for coming back and saying, but after finally reaching out and getting help with a great therapy center, you no longer let your past rule your life. Snaps for that. Isn't it complex though? Isn't it complex? Of course you were afraid. And I actually worship your fear for keeping you safe while you needed to be kept safe. And I also worship your hope for crowding out that fear and letting you thrive. I think on Celeblin's story of SURTHRIVAL, we will have to say that this candle will be burned, and I will show you. I got an extra long candle for our broadcast today. as it is a special time for magic and prayers. Because I thought I was going to be in Costa Rica with Luna Nate and Holly Simple Tarot, I'll have lots more time to give to the collective this weekend. You'll see lots of me on Instagram and even more of me here on YouTube. I want you to know, my darling loves, that I am sending you all my love and magic. And magic is your birthright, and everything's a spell. This is my spell. Thank you for being so kind to each other.